2023, what a year it was. We came into this year on a low point, and it looks like we're going out at a high. The S&P 500 has reached a new 52-week high. We've seen the Dow Jones really move a lot higher in the month of December. Most of the gains have come on the Dow or for the Dow in the last month and a half. Even the TSX has shown a little bit of appreciation. The index has moved higher in the last couple of months. But when I look at the highs and lows for 2023 and some of the things, some of the highlights, what has stood out, some of the high points, some of the low points, well, you can't help but to just talk about technology in general. And we have a graph and a chart that I've shown a few times on the show. It is the Invesco QQQ. So basically an index that shows technology and how well tech has done. The NASDAQ has done. NASDAQ is up currently about 39% in 2023. Unbelievable. 39%. If I told individual investors that the NASDAQ would be up almost 40% this year, the start of the year, they probably thought I would, I'm a little crazy. But that's exactly what has happened. So the worst performing sector last year has been by far the best performing sector this year. So a high point for 2023, technology. And so what has been a bit of a low point this year? Well, as I've said already, I think the Dow has been a bit disappointing, although I guess we can't really complain now. If we take a look at a Dow Jones chart, you'll notice, look at the gains that we've seen in the past month and a half. The last 2 months, Dow is caught on fire. It has been doing extremely well. And looking at my notes here, the Dow's up 10.5%. So I guess, you never know when the gains come. You had a tough year, first 10 and a half, 11 months of the year, been challenging. And in the last month and a half, the Dow explodes to the upside. And that's why you can never time markets, right? We can never time markets. We never know when markets are going to surge higher. And that's why it's time in the market, not necessarily trying to time the market. But up until the last couple of months, the Dow's been a disappointment. It's been a bit of a low light, not a highlight. And moving to the TSX, we have a chart on that. That's probably been even more disappointing than the Dow. We have seen it pick up in the last couple of months. It was actually near an annual low at the start of November, and things have picked up. But again, you're looking at the TSX up about 4.5% for 2023. So for those that have had a lot of stocks or investments that are trading on the index or owned a mutual fund that have stocks that trade on the index, whether it's Canadian banks or utilities or real estate trusts or technology or anything that you've had that has traded on the TSX, it's been a bit of a disappointment. So for me, I guess the highlights by far are technology, the Magnificent Seven stocks. They've really come and have taken this market to highs that we haven't seen in a few years. Not all-time highs yet, but definitely 52-week highs or 1 year, 2 year highs. And the disappointment has been really everything else. The other 493 stocks that trade on the S&P 500. So it's been a year that I think can be very easily explained, and one that I think that heading into 2024, as I've already said, I think we're going to see a broadening out of the markets and better market breadth.